What to do when people talk down to you. Now, the biggest mistake you can make is trying to prove them wrong. And I'll tell you what actually does work in a minute. What usually happens is the second that somebody talks down to you, your emotions immediately kick in. So you feel like you have to defend or explain yourself, or you have to try to get them to see your side. And all that does is get you trying to prove that you're smarter than they think that you are. But every time you do that, you are literally handing control over to them because now they've got you questioning yourself. You're the one that's replaying the conversations. You're the one that's thinking about what I should have said 3 hours later at 11 p.m. at night while you're stuck wide awake. And what nobody talks about is confident people don't feel the need to convince anybody of their worth. Think about somebody really confident that you know. If somebody disagrees with them or talks down to them, what do? Do they spend the next few hours trying to prove that that person is wrong? No, they don't, and you know this. They recognize the disrespect and decide whether that person deserves access to them or not, and then they move on. So here's your advice. Stop trying to convince people who've already decided how they're going to see you. But here's the part I have to be honest about. Knowing that and actually doing it are two different things. Most people hear this kind of advice, they nod, they feel better for about a day, and then the next person that talks down to them, they're right back in it, defending, explaining, and replaying. That gap between knowing and actually not needing their approval anymore, that's the part that doesn't fix itself just because you heard a different perspective. And that's where the work is, and that's where I work with people one-on-one. Not the advice, everybody has advice, but it's how do you take the advice and bridge that gap. Now, if you've heard advice like this 100 times and you're still replaying conversations at midnight and still working on your confidence, that's not a problem. That's a sign that you need more than advice. If you want to learn more, links in my bio.